All right, for more on Dominique Strauss-Kahn, we turn to one of the country's leading trial attorneys, Alan Dershowitz. He has represented a wide range of clients, from Klaus von Bülow to O.J. Simpson. He is currently the Felix Frankfurter Professor of Law at Harvard Law School. Professor Dershowitz, good to have you with us. First, how could this have happened? What went wrong?
Well, first of all, nothing went wrong. I predicted this was going to happen right from the beginning. What I said was this case would never come to court. It would be resolved by who really hired lawyers who had waited for payoff, or her credibility would collapse. It didn't go wrong. What happened is the DA acted absolutely properly. He investigated her. He discovered she had credibility gaps, and he did what many DAs don't do. He came into court and admitted that the case was collapsing. What I wish he had done, I wish he had the courage to just dismiss the case today. That's what should happen. This case will never go to trial. It should never go to trial. But what it shows is the failure, two aspects of the failure of the American justice system. Number one, the perp walk, which presumes everybody guilty. As soon as you show a person in a perp walk, he's guilty. And second, this absurd approach the media has in withholding the names of alleged rape victims, thereby subjecting the defendant to an additional presumption of guilt and infantilizing the women. The only two categories of people whose names are withheld are children and women who are the alleged victims of rape. And that has to change. If this name had been produced earlier, people would have come forward earlier and disclosed that this was a victim, an alleged victim that shouldn't be believed.
Professor Dershowitz, is there any possibility that this case goes forward now?
I don't think so. Unless a videotape emerges, I don't think this is going to go to trial. Nobody is ever going to know what happened in that hotel room. It may very well be that Strauss-Kahn acted terribly and committed a crime. But if you have to depend on the credibility of a woman who has allegedly lied about a prior rape, allegedly lied about a great many other things, has money deposited in her account from drug deals, that case cannot survive a jury trial. And the prosecution ought to know that, recognize that, and dismiss the case right now and admit that although they may have been right in prosecuting the case originally, once they learn the facts, they have to do the right thing. And the right thing is to say this case doesn't prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Professor Dershowitz, you mentioned the media spectacle. Do you think anything is going to change as a result of this? Changes in the perp walk? Changes in the way that the media covers the justice system?
Well, I would hope so. I can tell you next time anybody tries to use a perp walk on one of my clients, I'm going into federal court and demanding an injunction. The perp walk is so inconsistent with the American system of presumption of innocence. And the other thing I would do if I were involved in a case like this is I would reveal the name of the victim and ask people to come forward and indicate if they know anything about her that would help me investigate the case. I think that not putting forward the name of the victim at the same time you do the perp walk creates a strong presumption of guilt. That's why so many people jump to the conclusion that he was guilty. The only thing I fault with the prosecution is they went public and they vouched for the credibility of this woman before they had a chance to investigate her background. They should never have done that.
All right, I want to thank you very much, Professor Alan Dershowitz from Harvard Law School.